Hey guys, it's Dr. Justin Marcagiani here. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 ways you can increase your glutathione levels. Quick little summary from today's podcast. If you want to get access to the podcast link, put it down below to go see it. And we're going to dive in. Before you do, smash that like button, really give me a thumbs up. Hit the bell so you can get notifications of great content, and let me know your experience with glutathione. Really curious to know. So first off, what's glutathione? It's a tripeptide, meaning 3 amino acids make it. Glutamine, glycine, cysteine. It's a master antioxidant, very powerful, helps with oxidative stress when we lose electrons, helps modulate the immune system, helps modulate T regulatory cells and Th1, Th2 balance. It's going to help with liver stress, toxicity. It is going to be a master antioxidant, all right? Such a powerful compound. Now, we make it from protein. So, of course, one of the big things you can do, number one, is eat and digest protein. So high quality animal proteins are going to be number one. A lot of the plant-based proteins won't be quite as high on the sulfur amino side, so your animal-based proteins number one. Number two, we need to have good stomach acid levels, because you eat the protein, you got to make sure you can digest it. So if you have issues like H. pylori or low stomach acid levels, or other gut infections, that may throw off your body's ability to make enough stomach acid or enzymes to be able to digest and break down the amino acids, glutamine, glycine, cysteine, glutamine, glycine, cysteine, which are those are the big three, to help make your glutathione levels. So adequate HCl and enzymes are very important. Number three, I would say stress. The more stressed you are, you burn up sulfur amino acids to make what? To make adrenaline. So you look at dopamine, which can get converted downstream to adrenaline, noradrenaline, or epinephrine, norepinephrine. You're going to need sulfur to be able to make that metabolism happen. So the more stressed you are, the more you convert dopamine downstream to adrenaline. You're going to need sulfur-based amino acids to make that conversion. So you can deplete a lot of your sulfur by just being stressed and having a lot of adrenal stress. Number four, getting high-quality vegetables, sulfur-rich, brassica-rich, cruciferous vegetables, right? Your broccoli, your kale, your Brussels sprouts, your cauliflower. These are very high in different sulfur antioxidants, which are helpful for estrogen and hormone metabolism, and they do help in some of the glutathione. It's not going to be like the amino acids, because vegetables are very low in amino acids as a percent of their calories, right? Vegetables are very low calorie, but they're very high in micronutrients, polyphenols, and some of these other sulfur-rich compounds like diindolylmethane, indole-free carbinol, which do help with hormone metabolism and dealing with xenobiotics or foreign compounds that could be stressful on the body. So this definitely does take stress off the body and off the liver as well. Next, or I should say last thing, would be make sure we are infection-free. We know infections affect digestion, affect absorption, affect enzymes and hydrochloric acid, and also increase gut permeability when our tight junctions start to open up and undigested food particles slip through. Having infections can make it harder for us to break down our foods as well. So, of course, having good levels of an immune function in the gut. We know 80% of the immune system is in the gut. We know that infections in the gut can drastically affect our immune system. And so if we kind of recap, eating good protein, having good enzymes and acids to digest everything, and not being stressed, because stress will deplete sulfur. Number four is having enough stomach acid and enzymes, and having our good plant-rich sulfur compounds. And then number five is making sure we don't have any infections that are affecting digestion. I hope that helps for you guys and gives you a couple of starting points to lean into. Again, glutathione is a immune modulator. So every chronic disease that you can think of has a connection and association with glutathione. So this is important. Low glutathione can predispose you for all kinds of things. And the problem is, as you get older, guess what happens as you get older? Stomach acid goes down. Protein consumption goes down. So if those things drop, now you're at a really incredible risk to have lower glutathione, which is going to make it hard for you to deal with all the free radical stress and all the chronic diseases, Alzheimer's, dementia, all associated with lower glutathione levels. All right, let me see if we have any questions here for today's chat. We can dive in if you like. Do I have anything that helps with bowel movements in my store? Yeah, if you want to look, oxy powder is very helpful for gently moving the bowels. I have that in my store, justinhealth.com/shop. I'll put the link up here for you guys so you can find it. And if you look there, just type in oxy powder and you'll find that there, which is helpful. Also, Having adequate HCl and enzymes. So my HCl Supreme or enzyme synergy are very helpful because if we don't break down our food, that could easily be a gut stressor. Friend's been nebulizing glutathione per your suggestion and doing better. How often would you recommend doing this for someone with asthma, respiratory, adrenal stress? Great question. So off the bat, we haven't really gone into supplements because I wanted you to do it on the natural side, but we can increase glutathione with supplements as well. What kind? I like liposomal glutathione because a lot of glutathione will get destroyed in the gut. Okay, so liposomal form is very helpful with a phosphorylated kind of membrane carrier like a sunflower lecithin or a phosphatidylcholine, kind of like that's pretty good. We can do an S-acetylglutathione, which is also very helpful. S-acetylglutathione. We can also do a reduced glutathione that the person here in the chat is talking about. The reduced glutathione will be nebulized, so you need a special one. The link for that is justinhealth.com/glutathione. That links to They're Naturals. They've been out of stock, though. It's a nebulizable form of glutathione. It's mixed with a bicarbonate, so it dissolves in saline solution, so then you can put it in a nebulizer and breathe it in. So that's really good because you can get it right into the lungs, right into your respiratory tract. So if you have specific stress in the respiratory tract, that can be very, very helpful. Now, this person talks about doing the nebulized glutathione, so I would also be doing oral glutathione as well, liposomal form, to really increase endogenous levels orally on top of that. Taking NAC, 1,200 milligrams, reduced glutathione, 500 milligrams every morning. Are those good doses? Yeah, those are great doses. Just on the NAC, it's a natural expectorant, so it really decreases mucus, so you can really dry yourself out. So just make sure you don't get too dry on the NAC. Symptoms of early age low glutathione. That's really tough because it's associated with every condition. So just the symptoms of aging, right? Tired, cognitive issues, mood, mental, emotional, they're all going to play a massive role in that. Let me pull up one article here I reviewed today and see if I can make sense to y'all. Let me see if I can find this. I may be able to get it. I may not be able to get it. But anyway, there was a really, really awesome article talking about glutathione, and it was providing all the scientific references, which were amazing for oxidative stress, for all the different types of diseases, which is really, really great. I may not have it right now. I may have to put it in the notes afterwards. So just look for that later on. That'll be super, super helpful. All right, outside of that, any other questions, let me know. Why does liposomal glutathione give me more energy? Well, it's a sulfur amino acid. Maybe your detoxification system is sucking up a lot of stress, and then now your detoxification pathways are doing better. It could be helping with your neurotransmitters as well, so that could easily be connected too. Is it possible that we might need more or less glutathione based on different seasons, winter versus summer? It's tough. I mean, obviously, I think it's going to have to do with stress. I think it's going to have to do with toxin exposure. And I think vitamin D may increase your needs for glutathione. I know vitamin D helps with glutathione levels in the brain. So I would say it would have to do more with stress and it would have to do more with toxicity. And for everyone, that could be a little bit different, right? If you're in Florida, you may be less stressed in the winter. If you're up in Wisconsin and you're stuck inside, who knows? You may be more stressed. Everyone's a little different. Barbara writes in, does low glutathione cause low energy or fatigue? It could. I mean, lower sulfur can definitely affect neurotransmitters. If you're having toxicity issues, it could affect your body's ability to detoxify, which then could put more stress on your energy pathway. So it's always possible. Everyone's a little bit different. Which form of glutathione is suitable for celiac disease? You could do a liposomal form is fine. You could do an S-acetyl form is fine as well. Those are both good. And then I typically do like the sunflower lecithin liposome, which is really good. Same thing for hypothyroid or celiac, autoimmune stuff. Those are all really, really good options. Excellent. All right. Very, very good. Any other questions, feel free and let me know. I'd be happy to help you out here. I'm trying to find that article if I can get it. I did a really in-depth podcast today with Evan. Make sure you take a look at it. We'll put the links down below. It was phenomenal. We really went on a roll for like 40 minutes talking about this, and I think you guys will really enjoy that. We'll put the full link for that down below. And again, glutathione, why is it also so important? Well, it's going to help modulate the immune system. And we know a lot of people have autoimmune issues, especially women with hypothyroid or Hashimoto's. Guess what? Glutathione can help modulate that response. And there's a lot of hydrogen peroxide that's spit off from that autoimmune attack, and that can create more inflammation in the thyroid. Glutathione can help modulate that. Selenium can also help. Selenium is a really important glutathione compound as well, so it also plays a really big role in the whole situation. So glutathione, selenium, these help modulate the inflammation from the thyroid and can definitely decrease that autoimmune thyroid attack. Are there veggies to help with sulfur on a low FODMAP diet? Well, I actually talked about this today, Barbara. The key is you got to really get the gut fixed so you can tolerate those veggies first. So you would just choose the most sulfur-rich veggies that are lower FODMAP, which I'm pretty sure kale would be on that list. I think bok choy would be on that list. You could do, I think, broccoli heads, not the stalk, would be on that list. Those would be good options for you. But fix the gut, fix the SIBO so you can tolerate some of those good veggies and cook them up a little more. Will glutathione negatively interact with my pharmaceutical medications? Hard to say. It's possible that the medications could get cleared a little bit faster from your system. So worst case, the medication would have less of an effect. So you just have to monitor that with your doctor. I mean, I always would want to have better toxicity, or I should say better detoxification issues. So, for instance, Tylenol is known to cause a lot of glutathione deficiency. Part of the way that Tylenol creates liver damage is it depletes glutathione. So, NAC is one of the natural treatments to deal with Tylenol toxicity. So, I'd always rather have better detoxification system and just deal with that drug with that prescribing doctor a little bit more specifically. Also, why are you on the drug, right? Drugs typically chronically aren't going to be fixing anything long term. So, hey, can you be on that medication long term? Can we find a better solution? Can we get to the root cause? If it's acute, fine, just talk with that prescriber. If not, let's look at getting to the root cause if possible. What's a great source of natural selenium other than Brazil nuts? Those are going to be the best, but you can look at some seafood sources. If you go to myfooddata.com, that's going to be the best website. I can pull it up right now. So we call it improv functional medicine, right? It's like on the spot. Let's do it. I'll do my dance for you guys, and you guys can laugh at me. All right, let's rock and roll. Selenium, minerals, my food data. So Brazil nuts number 1. We talked about that. Oh, tuna is number 2. There you go. Get some sushi, shellfish, oysters, pork chops, beef. Look at that. All animal sources. Chicken breast number 6. Tofu number 7. Again, remember, just because there's selenium in there, there's mineral blockers and proteolytic enzyme blockers in it. So just because it's there, you're not going to potentially absorb it. So a lot of those animal products like this tofu, it may have it, but it may not be absorbed well. So strike that from the list. Whole wheat pasta, same thing. If it's gluten, it could easily be disrupting that. Shrimp, shiitake mushrooms. So what's the moral of the story, right? Seafood, animal products, best sources. Okay, let me keep on rolling with y'all. A friend experimented with Nexium for a cough, and it got much better. Any idea why she would start trying to fix this naturally? Any idea where? Yeah, so start with better digestion, HCl enzymes. Work with a good practitioner, though. She's probably not digesting her food well. What's the half-life of glutathione? Not sure. Let's look it up. Probably 16 hours, I'm going to guess. 6 hours. So it's going to be out of your system probably in about 12. Okay, no big deal. So half a day. So that's why taking it morning and night's fine. Is soy as bad as many claim? Of course, I only use organic. It depends, right? Fermented soy is better. Miso, natto, tempeh, better. If you start having, if it's not organic, you're going to have a lot of pesticides and you're going to have a lot more hormones in it. So if it's more fermented, better. Definitely not great if you're a guy because estrogen's going to disrupt testosterone feedback loop. Hey, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you so much there. Let me go up here. Okay. All right, cool. Lucinda writes in, I'm killing overgrowth of bad gut bacteria. Once that's done, is it likely I will have less food sensitivities? Yes, definitely. Just got to be very careful on how you add things back in. Make sure your digestion is doing well. Hey, you're totally welcome, Barbara. Hope that helps. Julianne writes in, you can do naturally to heal gut infection, essential oils. would we need to take probiotic? Yeah, so it's a little bit of a longer question, but go take a look at my 6 R's for gut healing. Remove the bad foods, replace enzymes, acids, repair the gut lining and the hormones, remove the infections, repopulate, reinoculate gut bacteria, retest. Those are the 6 R's. I've done a full podcast on that where you can go a little bit more in depth. justonhealth.com, use that search feature. Everything's there. Awesome, Barbara. Glad you enjoy. All right. How does fasting interact with glutathione? I mean, you're going to help recycle a lot of proteins, right? So there's some good anti-aging benefits, but if you're chronically fasting and not getting enough protein, then it could impair it. But if you're fasting but still getting enough nutrition, then you'll probably be okay. Just make sure the fasting is not causing blood sugar stress for you. If you're cooking cruciferous vegetables, do you still get the benefits? Yes, more. You actually increase the nutrition when you cook vegetables, especially if you go look at the USDA website and you look at broccoli raw and then you look at broccoli steamed, you're actually going to see the nutrition value increases because you're breaking down that fiber and then you're getting to more of those nutrients when that fiber is broken down. If it's raw, a lot of times you get less of those nutrients. And of course, you can juice it where you separate the fiber out and then you get more that way too. Those are all great options. All right, guys, excellent chatting with y'all. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe. And if you want to reach out to me one-on-one to help me help you out with your health issues, I am here for you as well. All right, guys, have a phenomenal day. Take care, y'all. Bye.